Hey, Charles. I was just wondering about what time you were going to be coming home. Don't tell me that you're going to be out late again.
Oh, hey, Gabby. I'm really sorry about this, but my boss has taken us all out drinking again.
So, you're telling me that you're not coming home because you're out drinking?
Oh, you know it's like that. My boss was able to close a really good deal, and he's taken us all out to celebrate our hard work.
I see. So then, you also were a part of this deal that was closed then?
Yeah, that's right. I was actually one of the main contributors to the project.
Oh, well, in that case, congrats. I really had no idea about any of that at all.
Thank you. Even my boss's boss was happy, so I think this is a good sign. And I didn't want to ruin the energy by not accepting the invitation out.
I see, yeah. I suppose you can't really say no to someone wanting to celebrate you.
Well, it's not just me, of course, but anyways, that's what I'm out doing, and I'm not sure what time I'll be back home.
Okay, well, that's not a problem. I was just wondering where you were.
Don't tell me that you've already made dinner and everything, though.
Yes, I already have made dinner, actually. But I was wondering why you weren't getting back to me.
Yeah, I really am so sorry about that. There was just a lot to do at work up until the very end of the workday.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking was going on, but I wasn't sure about it. Anyways, you know that I'm just at home trying to keep things running while being pregnant and all. So I really do appreciate when you're able to come home early. And lately, it feels like you're always coming home late.
I know, I really am sorry. You know how busy I am these days, and I think that the work is just gonna keep going like this for a while.
Do you really think so? You're still going to be working late all the time?
Well, we finished this project just in time for another project to start, and since we're going to be having this kid, I really have to stay on top of everything. I just want to make sure that I can do all that I can to provide for you.
I know, and I know that your work pushes you hard and that you don't have much say in that. And of course, it's thanks to your hard work that we live in the house we do and eat the meals that we have. So I just want you to know how grateful I am for you.
Well, thank you so much for saying that, Gabby. That really does mean a lot. But you were the one that bought our current condo, and I mean, you even make more than I do, or you did before getting pregnant. Do you think you're going back to work after this?
I really would like to go back into the office again if it were possible. But I know that I'll probably still be stuck at home with the kid for a while longer.
Oh, really? You mean you're not going to go straight back into work? Why's that?
Well, I'm having this kid at a kind of advanced age, and I'm just a bit worried about my body. And I think that I should at least stay with the kid until they're about a year old.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but that's why I want to save up money now while I still can, so that way you can just focus on the kid.
And that really is sweet of you. But I would rather we were able to save up money for the future. I mean, you never know what could happen, right?
Sure, but I don't think that you should feel pressured to go back to work too soon or anything. I mean, we live a nice life now, but I would hate to have a drop in quality of life.
Well, I think that we've always been living pretty comfortable, actually. And of course, we're not huge shoppers who always have to have the latest brands or anything like that.
Yeah, that is true, but it's not like you don't have a nice little collection of expensive handbags, right?
Yes, I do, but I bought all of that with my own money before you and I were even married, remember? And some of them were gifts from my company as well, so that's also why I like using them. Besides, I really just use the one bag that I have. It's not like I have all that money.
Well, I just want you to know that I think we're able to live more than comfortable, and I am very happy for it.
Well, I'm glad that we're both able to help each other out to make sure that we can enjoy our loves like this.
Of course, and on top of it all, we're still able to have some money for you to invest, right?
Yes, although I'm still learning exactly about how all of this day trading business works.
Well, I know that you'll be able to figure that out, and when you do, it'll be a huge boon for our house. You got this.
Well, don't put all the pressure on me. It's not like I'll suddenly win it big or anything.
I know, but I'm just saying that compared to you, I really don't think that I actually even contribute that much.
Of course you do, Charles. Besides, you're still so young and have so much life and potential ahead of you.
Well, I appreciate the support, but we'll just have to see about that, won't we? Either way, sometimes I just feel like I got lucky being with you.
Oh, what are you talking about? We're together because we want to be with each other. And I know what a hard worker you are, so that's why I'll always be there to support you.
Thanks for saying that, Gabby. It means a lot. I'm so happy to know that I have someone like you cheering me on. Oh shoot, I actually have to go right now. My boss is calling me back into the room.
No problem. Just make sure that you don't drink too much and that you get home safe. Charles, I don't understand. What's going on? I mean, I had the baby 3 days ago, but why haven't you come to visit me in the hospital at all?
Oh shoot, I really am so sorry about this, Gabby. I just won't really be able to make it there at all. I have too much going on at work.
But I literally just gave birth to our daughter. You can't even make time to come and see your own child?
I'm sorry, but I have work to attend to. It's not my fault. I mean, you said so yourself, right? You said that I need to focus on my job.
I know that I said that, but I thought that you'd at least be able to take a single day off to see your own daughter. I thought that you were going to come running to the hospital the moment that I started to give birth.
And it's not that I didn't want to do that or anything, but I just had a lot going on is all.
Well, I still haven't even named the girl since I've been waiting for you to come here and help me.
Oh, you don't have to do that. Just name her whatever you want. I mean, I imagine the hospital will need one for their records, right?
Charles, are you serious? I thought we said we wanted to come up with a name for our daughter together. We made a whole list of potential names and everything.
I know, but the point is that I'm stuck at work and there just isn't much that I can really do from here. So just think of one for now, and if we want to change it later, we'll do that.
Charles, what is the matter with you? I mean, you never used to be like this, so why are you acting this way now?
What do you mean? I'm just being my usual self is all.
I even sent you photos of our daughter and you didn't even respond with anything.
Well, that's because you sent a whole bunch of them all at once and I didn't know how to respond. Besides, I'm still at work and I'm not really supposed to be looking at my phone. You know how strict my boss can be if he catches us texting during work hours.
I know, but it's not like you're working 24 hours every single day.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just tired and I don't really have the energy to be able to respond to you is all.
Charles, please. I really need you here with me right now. Our daughter needs you right now.
Okay, I get it. If it'll make you happy, I'll go and stop by the hospital soon, okay? Is there anything else you want?
Not if you're really going to come.
Well, okay then. I guess that we have this all settled then, don't we?
But I just have one more question. Isn't today Sunday? Are you really having to work today?
Of course I have work today. You think that my company sticks to normal schedule? I do the work when there's work to be done. It really is just that simple. We have deadlines to meet and everyone is responsible for getting their parts of the project done as quickly as possible. So I don't get the day off just because it's Sunday.
And even though it's Sunday, they're really going to make you work a full day?
You really just don't get it, do ya? It doesn't matter what day of the week it is, it matters how much work there is to do. Don't you know that I'm working hard for you and our daughter? I thought you said that you were going to support me, so why do I feel like now you're attacking me just for trying to be there for you both? It really feels like you don't want me to put in as much work as I usually would, and that's really upsetting to me.
Of course, I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm just saying that I've literally just given birth. I mean, do you know how hard it was to have this child? The doctors were actually really worried about me.
Well, if they're that worried, then it sounds like you just need to rest more. Besides, millions of women give birth every day. I really don't think that it's as bad as you're saying. I mean, what about me? Don't you know that I'm working myself to the bone for this family? Don't you care about the mental toll that all this work has on me?
What are you talking about?
I mean that I really didn't think you were gonna get like this after you gave birth. I think you're just a little emotional and sensitive right now. So maybe you just need to calm down and let your hormones settle before messaging me like this.
Charles? How can you even say something like that to me? That's just horrible.
Well, they're your emotions, so you're the one who needs to be responsible for them. And don't go pretending like this is all my fault or something. Honestly, this is actually so you. Besides, you act coldly towards me all of the time.
Why are you so opposed to coming to the hospital and seeing your newborn daughter? What's so bad about that?
For the millionth time, it's not that I don't want to see her, it's that I have to work. Do you really not get that? Besides, aren't your parents there for you?
My parents are not this child's parents, Charles. You are her father. Don't you understand that?
Maybe this isn't you giving birth at all. Maybe you're just going through menopause, and that's why you're acting so hysterical.
Charles, you've changed. I don't know what else to say, but you've changed and I don't like it.
You don't know what you're talking about at all. I haven't changed in the slightest. I might be a little stressed, but that's no different than normal. Anyways, I'll be sure to visit you while you're still in the hospital. Don't worry.
Charles, what is the meaning of all of this? I want an explanation right now.
I thought I already made it pretty clear to you, didn't I? I mean, weren't you even listening to me at all?
But this doesn't make any sense. I just got home from the hospital with our newborn daughter, and you tell me that you want to get a divorce? Not only that, but you kick me out of the house so that you can go and be with some other woman? This doesn't make any sense at all.
Really? Because you basically just summarized what happened between us, and that makes sense to me. I'm gonna live with my new girlfriend, and that's why I packed up all your stuff and put it by the front door. Now please don't make this any more difficult than it needs to be. I know that you have a kid and that things aren't going to be easy for you, but that's why I was a nice guy and boxed up all your stuff for you, so I don't get what you're so upset about.
How did it all come to this? I don't understand at all.
Well, I know that it's not all your stuff by the door, but I put the rest of it into a storage locker that you have until the end of the month to clean out.
But how can you kick me out of the place that I bought? Why don't you pack up your things and go?
Because I'm going to be taking the condo when we split up our assets, of course. I know that you got this place while you were single, but the value has only gone down since then. So I'll buy you out. You just have to name a price.
Are you being serious right now? I don't even know what to say.
Well, all you have to do is name a price, because I am sick and tired of living with you, and I could have someone much younger.
So, that's what the problem is? My age? Why didn't you say anything before we got married then? Why would you get me pregnant with your child if you had a problem with me?
Because I knew that that's what you wanted, and I was just wanting to give that to you. So you see, we both gave each other something that we wanted, right?
I wanted to have a kid with you because I loved you, Charles.
And it's not that I hate you or anything like that, you know, but I just think that I deserve someone a little younger than you, and cuter, too. Surely you didn't think that with our age gap the marriage would last forever, did you? I'm younger than you, and so I should be with someone closer to my age.
But Charles, you were the one who asked me out in the first place, don't you remember?
Yeah, but that was so long ago, and I've really had the time to do a lot of thinking since then, you know? I don't get why you're trying to make me out to be the bad guy, but this is exactly why I can't be with some menopausal old hag like you anymore.
You're taking all of this way too far right now. Do you know that?
I really don't think I am. There was always a time limit on the time that we'd actually be able to make this work, but I knew that you made more money than me, and that's partially what kept me around for as long as this.
So that's what this is about? It was all about my money?
You really just aren't getting this, are you? Anyways, can you please just hurry up and sign the divorce papers? There isn't a place for you here anymore, okay?
You are going to pay for this. I am going to make sure that you pay for this.
Yeah, right. I've been wanting to do this for a while now.
And your daughter? What about her?
I don't care about her at all. Once we're divorced, I'm not gonna be father to her at all, so you can just tell her I died in a fire or something like that. Gabby, are you there? I just got a letter saying that I'm getting thrown out of the condo. Please, you have to let me put my name on the lease instead of yours.
And just why would I want to do something like that?
Well, I mean, I thought that you were going to give me the house in the divorce, right?
What in the world are you even talking about, Charles? You really thought I was just going to hand it over? I bought that condo with my own money before we were even married. That means that it's exempt from any asset splitting through the divorce. Did you really not know that?
But, I mean, does this really mean that I have to move out? Is that really what you're saying to me?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying to you, actually. And I've already found a buyer for the place. So that's why you have until the end of the month to move out. Do you understand?
You mean I only have until the end of the month to keep living here? But the end of the month is only a couple of weeks away!
That's right, and you should be lucky that you even have that. I mean, really. Did you think you were going to get away with kicking me out right after I got back from giving birth to our child? You had plenty of time to get ready to move out ever since that day, so be grateful for that.
Okay, fine then. If you're going to kick me out, then at least give me some money to cover all of the moving expenses.
And just why in the world should I have to pay you anything, huh? Why would I do that?
You want me to move out of the house, don't you? That really is the least that you could do as a courtesy to me.
Courtesy? Now I know that you're joking. Why would I ever give you anything after what you did to me? I mean, are you going to pay the rent on the new place that I had to move into after you kicked me out? Because then we might have a deal.
I can't deal with you right now. Look, we're divorced, so if I'm not getting the house, then you still have to pay me what you owe me from our shared assets.
Actually, you cheated on me while we were married, so I really don't have to pay you anything at all, if you must know. So go ahead and tell your little girlfriend that I'll be suing the both of you for what you've done. Then we'll conduct the asset division.
You what? You think that you can sue me for that? Fine then, just don't sue me and we'll call it even. How about that?
Sure, I can do that. But even after I take away what you would have gotten, you'll still owe me about $50,000.
You mean that you're only going to be giving me that much money? That can't be right. Surely you owe me so much more than that. I was expecting at least 100,000.
I think you need to reread the message that I just sent. You'll still owe me that much money, got it?
You really have lost your mind if you think I owe you a single red cent, do you know that? I know that you have all this money stored away.
Oh, I do have money, but none of that is ever going to get to you, you know? I told you already that everything that I had before we got married, I don't have to give you in the divorce. I only have to split assets that we acquired after we got married. Do you understand now?
Wait, are you serious? Please tell me that that's not actually how the law works.
It sure is. So you should have made sure that you had enough money to take care of yourself before we got the divorce. Because now you've screwed yourself out of all this money. After all, I know that you hardly have savings yourself. But anyways, I hope that I've answered your question about that little eviction notice that you got. As for the lawsuit and the assets, just keep an eye out for a letter from my lawyer. We'll get it all settled. You just concentrate on packing up your things and getting the money that you'll owe me. Have a nice life! After that, I hired a lawyer who calculated how much I would have been able to sue Charles and his mistress for having their affair. Even after subtracting that sum from what Charles would have got, he still owed me about $50,000 that I knew he didn't have. I was even kind enough to tell him not to bother paying me any child support for our daughter. Charles said that he didn't want anything to do with his daughter at all, and I was more than happy to oblige him that request. Last I heard, Charles packed up his things with his girlfriend and fled town after paying off his legal debts with a hefty loan. I haven't heard from him ever since we finished signing the divorce papers. As for me, I took the money from selling the condo and moved closer to my parents in a much smaller place for just my daughter and I. My parents are more than happy to look after their new grandchild while I focus on getting back on my feet and easing myself back into work. Now I'm just focusing on myself and my family, hoping that I never, ever have to deal with a man like Charles, or Charles himself, ever again. As long as I can be there for my daughter, that's all I'll need in my life. That's why I named her Hope. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.